Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stonehearth with me, Lathrix, and of course welcome for the first time officially to Alpha 18, the newest alpha currently available on Steam, at least in the stable branch. It has only recently came out, so this time we have a lot of time before the next major update is scheduled, and so we can probably do all the things we missed in the previous season. And this time, we're going with a different faction, the Ascendancy. Earnest and hard-working, loyal and well-rounded. Citizens of the Ascendancy chop, build and farm, confident that the known world is theirs to inhabit. And we are going to go into... Okay, so here's a problem. Here is a problem before I finish that sentence. I would like to go to the desert because... Yes, the desert, because it's somewhere different, it's somewhere where we didn't do in the previous season. However, the temperate is where they are meant to be, and I keep on having the wrong faction for the wrong zone. The factions in the correct zone get all sorts of bonuses, the land clearly is better for them, and all sorts of stuff like that. With the desert, we will run into a few issues, but it isn't anything major, especially since the Ascendancy can farm their own trees from the get-go. So I think we should go with the desert. It's somewhere different, it's somewhere new, even if, once again, we are choosing the wrong faction for the wrong land. So, off to the desert, and then we come into another problem. So, a lot of you would prefer I do a hard map. We should go into the harder modes, but with the game being as interesting as it is, with glitches and bugs and all sorts of stuff like that, I can only imagine hard mode would make my life a living hell, in addition to the fact that really... this game is more about the management of your cities. The idea of having the military and enemies fighting is more of a secondary, and with the new quest line currently available to the Ascendancy, we are going to go with normal. In the next alpha though, I do promise we will go into hard mode, but for now, I am sorry to disappoint, I really am. We're going with normal. Okay, so, as always, it's time to keep on refreshing until we have the perfect group. Currently, we have one good soldier, we have two good soldiers, we have three good soldiers, and everyone else is pretty average, but I want at least one person with 5 or 6 mind. There we are, 6 of mind, the ultimate crafter. We have 2 decent soldiers. Not terrible. In fact, we have 3 decent-looking soldiers, 5 decent-looking soldiers, and, okay, that is actually pretty good. I'm going to go with this. However, this time round, sir and sirettes, I am going to be naming my people. It's not going to be the automatic naming that we're used to. So, have a look at the people we currently have, because I would like you to name them. So, in the comments below, if you would like to have one named after you, or simply have a good name for them, and yes, silly names probably won't make it into the videos, then tell me the name of the person their current default name, and then your suggestion for a replacement. So there we are, take a good look and choose your person. So, what are we going to start off with? So with the Ascendancy, I'm fairly certain we start off with the carpenter. We already have a carpenter, which means we should be able to make the farmer's hoe and the wooden sword very early on. Which means we probably won't be able to get the trapper's knife for quite some time. The weaver's spindle should be okay, so I'm thinking we go with the trapper's knife. That's my understanding. I could be very, very wrong. And we embark. Okay, let's have a quick look at the first map given to us. That is way bigger than I originally thought. Okay. Oh, however, it's only the size of where you point at, isn't it? So we do want water. Having water would be very, very good. So maybe somewhere like that, but at the same time, we do want somewhere that's very heavily forested, at least for the desert. Ah, now that looks nice. We have this mountain here to work with, we have a large body of water which we can easily wall off around, and we have some really cool areas nearby. Oh, I'm very tempted with this one, even if we spawn here in the middle. Actually spawning in the middle there would be really nice looking. We would, however, have to dig down if we would like to get any ores and such. I don't know. I would like to spawn here because, like I said in the previous season, I would very much like it if we had a more towny feel, if we built up actual buildings, real walls to defend us rather than just between two lumps of rock we build a wall. I really want to focus more on village building this time around, especially since the Ascendancy's questline is all about that. Maybe here. Here has some decent trees. It still has a nice place here, and it does have a few cut-off points. But here just looks so nice, this huge flat plain. Oh, I am really, really torn between these two sections. And that's good, we have two... Oh, and now I've seen down here as well, even down here's quite nice. I don't know, and I'll come back in a second once I've finally decided. Okay, I've decided to go with my gut feeling, and we are going to spawn here in between the two water bodies. There we are. Settle here. Well, here we are then, and I've had a couple of changes of heart. I know you're all incredibly surprised by this, and the main reason being, I have not been in the desert for quite some time, and some things have really changed. Namely, how flat everything is now. It used to be a bit more jagged, a bit less standard like this, but that does give us some really good opportunities. We could place our flag on the top of here, and then simply dig down towards the trees, and have a really cool stairway from the village to the bottom, so the floor down here can go all the way up here, and have a really cool staircase. The same could be said maybe about a raised area like this, which instantly has the trees available, and then we can simply build on the top here, and have a smaller village down here. And now I'm saying that, I'm almost certain that's what we're going to do. Build up here, have a secondary village section down here, and then farmland near the water. I think that would look really nice, rather than building just in the middle like this. But having the building in the middle means we have loads of space to work with, and we can really go a little bit mental when it comes to building. But I just think this would look really nice with minimal effort. So that's where we're going, into the centre of here. There we are, Ascendancy. How do I always forget we need to do this? What am I going to call it? What am I going to call the settlement? Okay, a little bit of time has passed. It's now halfway through the night, and we have some farming starting, because we now have the farmer's hoe, and our carpenter is already level 2. We've put down some beds, the trapping section is finished over here, and we've started moving silkweed closer to our stockpiles. The reason being, although we can very soon farm silkweed, we can't do that instantly, and we already have the ability to turn someone into a weaver. Now, you and you are probably going to be soldiers, although maybe you should be the soldier. You have better spirit than the other two, although you have less health. Okay, you're going to be the first soldier. Let's allow you to grab the sword. There we are. So now let's turn someone into a weaver. So we have 3 left, which will leave us with only 2 workers, and I think that will be okay. So I'm going to go with you, purely because you have slightly lower body, and the weaver doesn't really need that stat. We are currently farming carrots, because the carrots are the easiest thing to farm. Okay, so we have the weaver. Please make me a loom. And spinning wheel. And weaver's workbench. And we need some more wood, so I'm very glad I've just accessed this area, because we can grab all of this instantly. Also, we can once again move all the silkweed closer to the stockpile, which means we have loads of it. In fact, we almost have as much silkweed as we ended with on the last season, and soon we can farm it normally as well, so we're going to be just fine using our tailors as a way of getting lots and lots of wealth. Can we get down here already or not? We can't, so how easy would it be to get down here? Just mining like this? 3 there, and then we'll do 2 next to it. And then we can get down to this level, and then just mine that. Then we have access to all these trees as well, and thus we get loads more wood. Excellent. Everything's going well. We even have a soldier. Now, the soldier only has the most basic of weaponry. Can the carpenter make any weaponry for the basic soldier? Yes. Well, not weaponry, but it can at least make some armor for him. And we can now make the mason's chisel and hammer once we get some stones. So how about we have some storage inside the mountain? I know I don't want to do too much with the mountain, but we can at least do something like that. Or at least make it into a mine. We are going to have to mine anyway, so sure, for now this will be our mine. Just dig through, just go as far as you can, like, in a straight line. So much for our regular workers to do. Perhaps giving so many of them different crafts already may have been a big mistake. Oh, also harvest this. Ah, we don't currently have enough food. Once we start harvesting all those carrots, we can. And by the looks of it, these traps are really badly placed. Maybe I should have put them down here where all the animals are. Oh. Sorry, squirrel. Well, we have some food. Well, at least we do have some food. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. They're so cute as well in this cubey little kind of style. It's just so adorable, it's so mean. So what can we make straight away with the loom? Well, we can make spools of thread. That's actually really important, so make sure to maintain at any given time 10 spools of thread. And then once that's maintained... Actually no, we want the cloth first, most likely. Eventually we can make these, and that's where all the money comes from, the wool-mounted tapestries, but that requires level 1 weaver. Only level 1 weaver? Okay, we're going to be rich. Winter worker outfit, we need bundles of wool. Well, we can't have that until we have a shepherd. We have the padded vest, which is for the soldiers, so when you can, please make me 2 of those. And then we can have the upgraded worker outfit, so when you can, make me 10 of those. There we are, so he'll keep on doing those until they're all nice and stocked, then she'll make those. Is it she or he? The weaver is female, okay. And we can already make wool-mounted tapestries. Well, once we have some more stuff going, we can easily start making money. Well, that's good to know. Definitely a really good start in terms of this area. What are these, anyway? Pear cactus. Oh, they're food, okay. Can we move them? Oh! We can have a little cactus farm. Don't really know why we would, considering we now have proper farms, but, you know, sure, why not? Grab all the cactuses. The cacti. Grab all the cacti. That's the plural of cactus. I've never got that wrong in a video before and been yelled at a lot in the chat. That's never happened. And by chat, I mean the comment section, because we're not on Twitch. Which does remind me, I really need to start streaming again. Oh, the things you think of when you're collecting cacti. Oddly, not that cactus related. How about we have them like this instead? That would look a lot better, turning them around like that. Okay, we'll turn them around once we grab them. Because all must be symmetrical and beautiful. It is the only way to be beautiful. Asymmetry is heresy, which normally isn't a problem for me. Praise be to corn. And final one. Then we have these. These are the wild cactus, which gives us healing herbs, which we have absolutely no use for yet. Okay, you're the trapper. I was wondering what you were doing. And I can make you spin and go in the same place. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, that'll be annoying. We'll have to move them out and then put them back. That'll only take a few seconds. Like that, for instance. Well done. You just did it by yourself. You didn't even need my help. Aren't you a special turnip? Hopefully tomorrow, then, we can get a new worker. What are you doing up there? Oh, I really want to work with these mountains. I mean, we could make, like internal staircases, which then come out to proper buildings all over the place. I'm really excited to start building. But we do need access to more trees still. How long until we can farm trees? Because that'll make everything a lot easier as well. That'll be level 5! Oh, that's going to be a while. We are going to struggle for wood something fierce. Well then, for now, we're going to put down a ladder all the way over here to make it awkward for attackers. And then we're going to harvest all of these trees, because salt the earth and make sure nothing else can grow. Large cactus. What does the large cactus give to us? And tumbleweed. Oh, fibre. Cool. Non-permanent fibre. We can't harvest it over and over again, but still. Cactus logs. Okay, the cacti give wood. Okay. I mean, that's reasonable. And really helpful. Let's see if these will be placed correctly like last time, or will I have to move them out and then move them back? No, they get placed correctly. Excellent. One of you isn't the right way. In fact, several of you aren't. Darn it, why is nothing right? Okay, go back again. This time slightly different. Go back again. This time slightly different. And then harvest all of them. Give us some food. Yay, the carrots are being harvested. Everything's good, but harvest them quickly and put them in the inventory before the daily update starts. We don't need this anymore. Okay, let's destroy this ladder to limit the access to the village and continue. And of course, also get the refund of the wood. No! We don't have enough net worth. Now, it's time to start making portraits, because I want at least one new villager before the end of this episode. Scorchsprings will be beautiful and powerful, but first of all it needs people. Okay, so... and put that on top for a second, thank you. So, these are a source of fibres, so let's grab all the small cacti as well. No, these are tumbleweed. These are tumbleweed, in fact, not cacti at all. Any more silkweed around we can grab and put in our base? Oh, come on, I just destroyed the sodding step. Fine, ladders, you're going back. Because that's totally efficient. We're grabbing that silkweed so we have more. That seems reasonable. And we have loads over here as well. So much to harvest. Giving them a few too many things to do, I think. Which can lead to a few issues as time goes on. But I have a lot I need to get done. Any silkweed down here near the water? Not that I can see. I mean, we have all this, thankfully, so we'll grab that as well. Don't grab any more trees, because there's loads of logs on the floor already, which will be collected by default, by the way. It is on auto-loot, hence why I can't do that. It'll just take time, so that's it. I won't give them any more orders, at least for now. Except for this. Now I'm done. And you are a level 1 farmer, which means you can now grow flowers. Yeah, just keep on making carrots. We are going to subsist on just a lovely diet of carrots. That seems reasonable. And we have some tapestries, which are worth a small fortune each. And we have our first invader. A little golem. How adorable. Where's our soldier? Our soldier is... I have no idea. Okay, everyone run back. I don't want to lose a person already. Turns out, hitting a tiny golem with a piece of wood, not that effective. Surprisingly ineffective. And we can make a mason already. Now that'll be helpful, because it means we can start working with stone. And I think with that, it's about time we start building buildings, but I think we'll do that in the next episode. We will dedicate an episode to building some lovely, pretty things. We could put down the tapestries over here for no reason. It still counts towards our value, so it's something. And soon we can destroy all these as well. Where's our carpenter? But I've gave you a job to do. Do the job. Oh, you've already done the job. Okay, I didn't see you doing the job. You're very effective at that. We now only have one worker. Oh, that is such a bad idea. We really shouldn't have gave so many jobs out so early. Would have been a lot better just to leave it. Okay, so we make the mason's workbench, which then will give us access to fences and all sorts of stuff we don't really care about. But at least it'll do for now. Also, of course, the stone mall, which is level 1. Okay. It's a brand new day, and sadly we didn't get a new person, and not much has happened, but at least, after being in a little bit of a trance in that previous clip, looking at all the stuff here, I have realised that making all of these stone decorations will help us out later, and will up the value of the village, because now it's not food, it's value which is the issue. So we're going to make some fences, some fence gates, stone tables, stone chairs, and some lights for the place, which means we are going to need to start digging out this section as well to get ourselves some stone, but don't worry, we won't be building in there. In the next episode, we will be dedicating some building time, which should be very, very helpful in not only making everything more valuable, but making everything else look a bit prettier. We should also have the potter's cutter quite soon. Let's put that there for when we can make it, and just continue the way he's continuing. Everything is going well. And soon we can even make ourselves some armour. I think this has been quite a good start, even if only having one soldier is a little bit sketchy. A caravan approaches. If I give him 1 oak log, he will give me 4 wooden swords. That is definitely worth it, although we do need the wood. Ooh, oak log. Oh dear. Now, that's a big problem. We don't have access to oak at all at the moment. So when he eventually comes back, that's not going to work out. We now have a little bird bath corner, somewhere for people to sit next to their tiny little drinking fountain. And yes, I know it's a bird bath, but the thing is, there are no birds on this map, so instead it's going to be a place to drink some water, to sit down, and have a nice bit of warm glow in the night. It's all going to be lovely. Also, how big are these tapestries? Were they always this big? Am I just going mad? These are huge. Sure, put down some tapestries. Let's make the mountain look pretty, because we may as well, since we're making so many of them. Where shall I put the next light? Let's put it over here. And I would very much like him to make some more of them, since we can keep on using them. Ooh, we now have access to stone garden lanterns, which would actually look better over here. We also have the wall-mounted lanterns. So, after you've made all those, please make these as well. Lots of stuff to make. Fantastic. What is our weaver currently doing? Currently waiting on fibre, which we have absolutely none of. Okay, that's going to take a while then. Well, at least there's some tumbleweed over here, so that's a little bit of fibre. Not much, I think it's 1 fibre per tumbleweed, but at least it's something. Soon we will grow our own silkweed, and it'll be fantastic. Oh, we can actually already grow silkweed. Well, once I have another farmer, that's what we'll do then. But for now, he's very busy growing lots and lots of carrots. We could have a bit of variety, but you know, I think carrots are fine. Nothing wrong with carrots. And yes, we finally get a new person. Welcome, sir. You are pretty good, actually, a decent mine stat, so you will eventually become our new potter, but for now you are just going to work away and make sure everything else is sorted. And with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's episode. If you have enjoyed, then please, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stonehearth is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching, have a lovely day, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.